people want to say, hey, do you have
What's a dot band?
what's a dot band? We're live. Liz Dawn.
Ready, jazz hands. We're
Presents
live.
with a dot band.
It's telling me they're having trouble.
Oh, well, we're live here.
So why are they having trouble? Hold on. I don't know. They're having trouble with that. The Soulfest group. Oh, you can't do groups anymore.
Can't do groups anymore. But you can link this to that, and then they can come in.
Cousin Jody is saying hello.
I know Cousin Jody, and Vivian is saying hello. Aloha.
Vivian! Oh, Vivian! I need another, what do you call them? You know, the folded little pieces of paper. The
folded pieces of paper.
You know, come on. Origami. She got me an origami. Oh, Amy Lang is here.
I love it.
She made origami for me with a little thing in. And I tried to travel home with it, with the bell in it, which is good luck because Vivian is from Hawaii.
Oh, very cool.
Smashed.
Okay, well, you could refluff it.
No, the origami fell apart.
Oh.
Is that bad luck, Vivian? Now am I going to have bad luck?
Tell her no, Vivian. Just tell her no.
Hi, Hi. You guys, so where are we live today? Are we live on your pages also?
We're live on my Facebook page. We're live on my YouTube page. And we're live on your page.
We're live on Celebrate Your Life. We're live on Celebrate Your Life YouTube. We're live on Liz Dawn Donahue. We're live everywhere.
Live everywhere.
We're live everywhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. I'm here today live with Elias Patras, best-selling author and internationally renowned spiritual teacher and guide, Elias Patras.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. I see a lot of my friends. Hello, Elle. Hello, Michelle Buckley, who's been to CYL.
Michelle, Maria, and Elle, and Jill Matson.
Hello, everybody. Jill, good to see you. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Are you kidding? We have some things. Blessings from Norway. Oh my goddess.
My friend. Good to see you. Thanks for being on here, Janicki.
No, you don't understand. Okay, is it Janique or is it Yannick?
Since COVID, I've always called her Janicki, and she's never corrected me. So
okay, so it's Yannick Jorstad, I believe. Okay. So I hope I'm saying that right, because I have some. I just want to say that. So we're thinking about. So this is my confirmation. Are you ready for this?
Ready for it.
Thinking about. I have a spiritual teacher that we work with that said, Liz, I have such a big fan base in Norway, and I really want to go to Norway. And I went, Norway? What? Norway? I've never been there, right? And so I'm like, God, should we do this in Norway? Like, I've never been there. I don't know. And so we've been talking about it all morning, and there you go.
There you go. The universe just says, here you go. Here's a sign. Here's a signal.
Jorstad is here, and she's my confirmation in Oslo. That's what we're thinking about, a place in Oslo.
Very cool.
But who I want to talk about is you.
Thank you. Thank you. I know, isn't it exciting? It officially comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow's our launch date. Tomorrow.
Yeah, but you really want to pre-order it. Okay, so let me talk about Elias for a second.
Okay.
Can I speak about you?
You can.
Okay, good. I shall speak about you. And the things that I shall speak about you are this. I was running a training program for spiritual speakers, basically teaching spiritual speakers who wanted to have a platform, how to get their word out there, and how to everything from stage presence to the business end of it, everything. And so part of this program was that we selected one person out of 200 people one person to be on the Celebrate Your Life stage at an upcoming event. And all of the students had to submit a video of themselves. And I was one of the judges, and Denise Lynn was one of the judges, and I want to say John Holland was one of the judges. So we had all these great judges, and guess who won?
Jazz hands.
So Elias Patras won, and I thought, oh boy, I'm putting somebody on stage I've never met, but this is a leap of faith. And he had amazing presence, and the things that he was teaching people were so unique and different and effective. So it's one thing to teach techniques and tools, but it's another thing for the tools and the techniques to really, really have value in your life. And that's what Elias does. A good leap with Elias, right, Patty? And so since that time, Elias has just blossomed into this powerful force and powerful energy in the world, teaching millions of people, because you're on the TikTok, you're on Facebook, and teaching millions of people really how to live their best life, really how to tap into healing the trauma, healing those spaces and those emotional things, that the emotional hurts and pains that hold us back, but how to transcend those into peace and into love and joy. So it is my great honor not only to present Elias Patras, but also, and his book looks a little bit worn on my end because I've been reading and doing the exercises. So I've been like, this is my little Bible. So how to flip the script and see the gift. So I'm super, super excited. Yes, he's an excellent dancer, isn't he, Vivian? So he just released it. It is on pre-order right now. And if you pre-order the book, hold on a second. One moment, please. I need to get that. Here it is. I've got the link. I've got the link right here. So if you pre-order the book, you will get this wonderful meditation that, yes, I have listened to it. I've listened, but I haven't meditated to it yet. I have to meditate to it. So I'm putting the link. I wonder if we could do a shorter link.
There is a shorter link. It's futothankyou.com.
Hold on.
Holding.
Hold on.
Holding.
Hold on.
Please
So
hold.
what it is, F. So it's www, right?
Correct.
www.f, the word you.
Two.
I'm sorry.
20 T0 T a 0 TO 20 futothankyou.com.
Okay, so here is the URL that you could go to right now. You definitely want to pre-order it. It's a wonderful, it's a guide. So you can see it's a workbook and teachings in it. And I actually wanted to talk about one of the chapters today because, yeah, it's so awesome.
And guys, please check out the Appendix A. Appendix A. Some people I know don't look at the appendix and they just, like, okay, the appendix, they're done with the book. But in Appendix A, there are, for each of my mindset, because it's an acronym, mindset, each one means something. For each of these, you have, for, let's say, I'm just going to go to one. We'll go to what did you want it to go to? What? We'll go to mistake. Let's go to mistake. There's affirmations, there are frequently asked questions, and there's a bigger question here. So affirmations that you get, each section gives you these things. So it's, when you work on a workbook, Liz, I don't know, have you ever worked a workbook and then you've done the exercise and you're like, is there something more? Well, I give you in Appendix A that next step, that's something more.
I love that because that's so important. It's not just to read this and say, oh, okay. It's actually to do something with this.
Correct.
Okay. So what I love chapter 5.
Okay. Chapter 5.
So chapter 5 is all about, and this is something that we all kind of need to work on because we don't see ourselves as being the success and the fabulous people that we truly are, right?
Correct.
So, chapter 5, I love the title of this, The Power of Seeing Yourself Successful. The power of seeing yourself successful. So, can you talk a little bit about it? Talk a little bit about like it's, oh, I love, and I love what you talk about with the feeling with it too. So, I'm going to let you kind of vamp about that chapter a little bit
Okay. So,
and how it's been successful in your
your
life.
life. Yes, thank you. I thought so. May I share really quickly what brought this about, real quick, and then we'll go right into the chapter. So, everyone, just so you know that part of my journey about, and this goes with about success, I've always felt that I wasn't good enough, and it wasn't, I didn't find the right partner, and I wasn't, following what my parents wanted me to do. So I always felt this not good enough. And it wasn't until CYL with Denise Lynn that an aha moment hit me. When I was in utero, 6 months, my birth mother was 6 months pregnant with me. She wanted to take me, obviously, and her 1.5-year-old and go walk into the ocean and end our lives. So that piece started the not being good enough, along with she never touched me when I was born. I was C-sectioned. I went into 5 foster homes until I was 18 months old when my parents got me. And my parents were all about do good, be a good person, good, became a people pleaser. And then I ended up in 3 narcissistic relationships, married the 4th one. And it wasn't until I did a lot of work on myself that I was like, oh, I understand why now. I understand the why. Now, what am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? I always thought that I wasn't good enough because even on my adoption papers, it says the unbaptized bastard child of my birth mother's name. All these labels were put onto me and I believed them. I believed them because somebody told me it was true. So
Wow.
how do we see ourselves successful is we find out what really makes us work in here, and we deserve to be happy. We deserve to be successful. It's not, and those of you that do vision boards, please know that I'm all about the vision boards, but what goes into it? What's the feeling that goes into it as you're creating these visions? Are you putting up, here's my pictures and how I'm going to get to step A, B, C, and D? What is the connection points? What are all the feelings that go with it? I am seeing myself sitting on Drew Barrymore's couch, holding her hand and talking about the book. I am aligning myself with that. Every time I see it, I smile, I get the goosebumps, and I'm saying yes to that. I am saying yes to me. And I want everybody to know that we all make mistakes. But how do we shift? How do we flip the script and see the gift? Mistakes happen, everyone, for lessons for ourselves. We have to say, okay, that happened. I'm going to stay there and get stuck. Or am I going to say, what can I do about this now? It's really about changing that mindset.
Wow, I love it. And so what actually physically happens when we're seeing and we're feeling ourselves in a successful space? Like what occurs in the body?
Well, I'll talk about Celebrate Your Life real quick. When before winning a song, and I still play it every time I'm low, a song from The Greatest Showman came on, and it was Come Alive. And Come Alive came on, and I blasted it on my way from Sterling, Illinois to Chicago, which was a 2-hour drive. And I felt the energy of it. I saw myself, you announcing me. I saw myself going up stage. I got the feeling of, this is it. This is what I want. This is where I'm at. And yes, I can do this. And yes, I have a message. And yes, I want to make a difference. And oh my God. And every time that song came on, it changed my whole vibration. There was possibilities. I became limitless instead of limited.
Okay. So here's my next. So when you become limitless,
Yes.
and in what space do you believe? Okay, I'm leading to a question and I'm just going to
All right, go for it.
So I believe, okay, when we do these practices that Elias has outlined in this fabulous book, that you all need to get, there's the URL right there. Pre-order it now, now, now. I believe that when we do this exercise and we're doing it in a place of, stillness and quietness, and then feeling that joy and seeing it and feeling it. Feeling is the important piece, as you outlined in your book. Feeling's the important piece. I believe we're in another dimension. Like we're in maybe the quantum field, or we're in like another dimension, a future dimension, if you will, whatever it is. We're in another space, actually aligning the energies for this to happen. Does that make sense?
Of course, we're co-creating with the universe.
But I want to say something else, because the New Age community gets super, super hooked into this. And then the tricky part is surrendering it, right?
Right.
Surrendering it and having no attachment to that outcome.
I always say, please align me with what's best for my highest good.
Right.
What is best for my highest good? And here's the thing, everyone. Our heart aligns with divine source. Our heart and source connects together. Why was my mom 46 years old and my dad 56 years old? Why were they able to adopt me from Greece within 5 months? Why was all that aligned? It was all aligned because they believed in it. They trusted it. They were saying, if this is going to happen, and by the way, they wanted a child 5 years or older. If it was going to happen, just let it happen for the best way possible. My mom always said, never take no for an answer.
Okay, so here's my question. Yeah, never take no for an answer. Your mom and I would have been best friends. So here's my next question, because I want everyone to realize that sometimes when we're looking to manifest things, it doesn't happen. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you or your angels have failed you. So can you please explain that piece of it and the divinity of that, of, let's say you didn't win.
Right.
Right.
Then and I was prepared to, and I said to myself, if this isn't for my highest good, I've got plan B. And you know what? If plan B doesn't work, I've got plan C. I kept on seeing winning, take away everything else, but winning and having a presence somewhere to be able to get my word out there. That was the most important thing. And it was an alignment with CYL to do this.
Right.
But if it doesn't happen that way that you think it should happen, everybody, always, think about this piece. Okay, that didn't happen. I didn't marry this person at this time for whatever reason, but I learned, like in my marriage, I learned some amazing pieces that I would never have been able to write in this book. I learned how the FU really changed into a thank you. I married my ex to fix them. I married my ex to fix them. I didn't realize that. Until we got into a huge fight, and I was like, oh, but because of that marriage, I was able to write my first book. I was able to be part of the CYL speaker program. I was able to fine-tune my speaking engagements and my teaching workshops. I was being primed, if you will, to get ready for the next stage and get ready for the best relationship ever.
I love it.
Because that my husband is the prize. Right.
Is what you were looking to co-create in your life.
Co-create. And I wanted somebody that was I wanted the one to move mountains for me, like I would move for them. And I wanted them to really respect what I do and not feel like there was a competition or feel that we're overshadowing each other. I wanted a complementary relationship. I wanted an equal, and I wanted someone to say, I believe in you, just like these two did.
100%. 100%. Okay, so changing the FU to thank you, how to flip the script and see the gift, and to pre-order your book, The URL is right there, fu2thankyou.com, fu2thankyou.com. So tell me something. Let's take 3. What are your top 3 things that you're super, super excited about for people to have this book? What do you believe the big top 3 transformations are going to be when people actually work your workbook and your book in their lives?
Top 3 would be number 1, seeing the mistakes as lessons, not as punishment, as lessons to move into the next piece. I would say also to understand, just like my mom always said, never give up. It's to always understand the 2 combinations of, let me just tell everybody real quick. Mindset, mistakes, M, intention, improvement, never give up, determination, elbow grease, and embrace. See yourself successful. See yourself successful, elbow grease and embrace, and treat. I think mistakes and determination and treat are the 3 big things, because I don't think we're great. I know, as a former people pleaser, I am great at giving kudos to everybody else and making sure that they're okay, not so much for myself. And I think if we don't start treating ourselves like we would treat a best friend, we're not going to get there.
Yeah.
I think each stage of these pieces have to align, because then we'll come to a halt. We'll come to a stop, like a big, Chicago rush hour stop that nothing goes.
I like it. I love that. So Vivian wrote treat. She heard the word treat. I love it.
About it.
And by the way, if you have any questions about anything that we've been talking about, please put them in the comments. We can see all of your comments. Hello, Angela. But please put any of your comments or questions into the comment area, because we can see all of them. All of the comments are combined. We're on a platform called StreamYard, and so we can see, if you're watching on my pages, if you're watching on Elias's pages, if you're on YouTube, we can see them all. So make sure, and Elias is doing something funny. Lynch Rock! Of course, you needed this today. Isn't that just so beautiful?
And Liz, if they pre-order, I will autograph the book, and they get this amazing little bookmarker that has everything that I just said.
Can you believe that I still use pieces of paper? Where did it go? I have an envelope stuck in my book. Like, hello, Kathleen. Good to see you. All right. So you feel that those are like the big transformations, especially this is not just a book that you just read once and you do the exercises. You take these into your life.
Right. Because let's really look up something that's really important. We'll do with the mistake. I love the mistakes, because I think we can get stuck there. We can really just shift and get stuck. So when I look at the Appendix A, everybody.
Hold on a second. What I want Angela to see, the URL is right across the banner, is right across the screen. So you can get it at, hold on 1 second, please. Angela, I'm going to post the link, but it's also, you can just click on this link when it pops up. But you can also go to fu2thankyou.com, or the link I just posted as well. Oh, Auntie BJ is here.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Look, Lynn, I so love when you 2 pop up on my feed. Well, thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. We love popping up on your screen. Okay, so that's where you can pre-order it. And it's really great because you get signed, you get the little tag, the little bookmark. Norway is not a available choice. Okay, once it comes out on Amazon in Norway, right? She'll be able to pre-order it.
Yes. And I have a little something to tell you. It's also going to be available at Barnes and Noble.
Oh my goddess! It's going to be at Barnes and Noble. You guys, that is a huge kudos to any author, to any book, to be on the shelves at Barnes and Noble. This is a bookstore in the United States.
And this one is already at Barnes and Noble.
From the Universe to Our Hearts. And this one's going to be at Barnes and Noble. I just have to tell you, that's a huge, huge I have to do round of applause.
Thank you.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
The crowd
So
goes crazy.
I want you guys to think about these affirmations for mistakes. Okay. So every mistake I make is a step toward greater wisdom and growth. I release the past and embrace the lessons that I've learned. My mistakes do not define me, they refine me. Let me say that one again. My mistakes do not define me, they refine me. And here's a question that I get asked a lot when I'm doing coaching. What happens if I can't stop thinking about my mistakes? Yes, it's Appendix A. So it's natural that we sit there and go, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know." But if we focus on the lessons that they offer, that's how we move forward. That's how we move forward, everyone. It's
And
really
I think the biggest thing is like, how many of you feel like when you make a, let's just say, mistake, okay? How many of you feel like it's really, really, really hard to love yourself and forgive yourself through that? So I'd love some tips from you on that too. Oh, here it is, intentions for the day. When an intention doesn't work out as planned, how do you adjust and learn from it? So how do we forgive ourselves? How do we continue to love ourselves and be kind to ourselves?
gratitude. It all goes back to gratitude. It's something really simple, everybody, because I have been in that place where I have had, and I kid you not, I was divorced, bills needed to get paid. I was down to really the last part of my budget. And I was really angry with myself, really angry with the universe. And I went to go pay a bill because it was due that day. I got in the car and I'm driving, and I see a woman, quadriplegic, in a chair, just pushing it with her fingers. A little one of those old fashioned flags that you put on your
Mhm.
bike. She's smiling in the wind. She's smiling and the wind's hitting her face, and she's like this. How dare I look at myself, beat myself up when there is somebody out there that has a better attitude than I do? That I am so grateful for my legs, for my movement, for I'm going to be blunt here, guys. Please forgive me. You know, when you get up in the middle of the bathroom, you're like up in the middle of the night, you're like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And then you sit there for an hour. Guess what? Be grateful that you have the legs to go to the bathroom. Be
Oh,
able to say, oh my gosh, I was able to take myself there. Thank you. Thank
oh,
you.
interesting. It
It's
just puts
gratitude.
such a different, it puts a different perspective and a different point of view on everything. You
It
know,
does.
instead of being in, I don't want to say victim, but being in that place of, oh shit, here's, this is going on. All right. And we can still feel that and still also love other parts of ourselves that are functioning and are doing well and are moving forward really well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It all starts with gratitude, everybody. I have to tell you, my life changed every day I give up. Every day I get up, I give three pieces of gratitude each morning, and my whole life changes. And these two people have taught me that. Have
Yeah.
taught me that. Here's the thing, Liz. Today I left Greece 56 years ago. Tomorrow is my first day that my parents used to come into my room every day or call me on the phone when I moved down. They said, blah, 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 many years ago, you landed on American soil. So today and tomorrow are really big days for me. So it's all about a new chapter, everybody.
Wait a second. That makes me cry. Wait a second. So today and tomorrow is when your parents
I was
pick,
baptized today. And because, God forbid you don't baptize a child before they get on an airplane to America.
right?
So yesterday was when I landed. I'll show you when I landed on American soil, and I even made the local papers too.
Oh my, that is like, do you understand like the impact of that? How amazing that is? His his parents went to find him. They knew that there was a son waiting for them. They got Elias, they had him baptized, got on a plane and brought him to the United States where they lived. That is such a Wow, that is
And
such a
that
freaking amazing story.
and that's why 1114, it started my new chapter. And here's the other thing. I got divorced today. I got divorced today in 2022. So the next day was a new chapter. So it's just
Wow.
amazing to me to see how the universe really shifts and aligns things even when we're not certain about stuff.
Wow, that
And
was
of
such
course,
confirmation. So
yeah.
what are you gonna show us?
I'm trying to show the picture of when I got off the plane and my mom and dad are holding me and I'm crying because I was on the plane for so many hours. But of course, oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, good.
Oh, Angela, that's such a beautiful oh, touring area couple adopts child. Stop it. Oh my God, you're screaming. You're like, stop, I don't want this. Because
I
in
know.
those
I look
days,
at my dad. He's fine. He'll be fine. No problem.
but you know why? Because in those days, the the cameras flashed.
Yes.
So it was probably frightening for you.
It was well, and there were
I
God
want to see
lucky.
it again. Wait a second. I want to see. So it says, oh my God. And what does it say? This photo will be deleted. Oh, it's
Oh,
getting
wait, forgot.
deleted. No, but what's the rest of the article say? I want to see what the article says.
Okay, hang on.
This
Uh,
is so fascinating that he was in the newspapers coming to the day. It was almost like, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Customs program director greets Marina and Petro Patras upon their return to Chicago following a 3-month tour. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my God, and they
3 months
brought back
tour,
a baby.
and I have the actual paper. I have it upstairs.
Stop it.
Yes.
That's amazing because to me it's like, okay, so this is actually, so this is interesting. This is a premonition being in the newspaper announcing Elias Patrick comes to America. And here he is, Elias Patrick. Patrick writes a fabulous book.
Yeah.
You were destined for this. You were absolutely destined for this in so many different ways.
It's
It's
crazy.
a story, you've created the story of Elias. The story of Elias being brought into the world. And that's really, I love the way you've flipped the script and really allowed the gift to come in. Because I know that there are adoptees that have really, that experience a lot of trauma of being adopted. I can't speak to that. I was adopted when I was much older, so it was a very different situation. But as a child, there's a lot of posts that I read about the trauma that goes along with that. I love that. Oh, Yannick says something beautiful. She said, being adopted is both a rejection and a solid love acceptance. We have proof of being wanted, being adopted. We have proof of being wanted. You have proof of being chosen, the chosen one.
And
So,
and Liz, Barbara Walters did a special of all the unwanted children in Greece. They were
okay.
going to be sent to Cyprus at the end of 1966. And I was on the list.
To
I
be
was
sent to Cyprus for,
to be sent to Cyprus just to all the unwanted children would be in a big orphanage
oh,
in Cyprus. And
wow.
they would have to, live there and what have you. And I did not learn to walk until I was 18 months old. They had the wrong shoes on me, and I wouldn't walk until my parents got me, and they got the right shoes. And my mom said, you saw a bunch of ducks because you loved animals. You got up and you started walking towards the ducks.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Oh, your mommy and dad loved you so much.
they did.
It's
They really
beautiful.
did.
All right, everyone. So the blessing in our life, Elias Patras right over here. And make sure you pre-order the book. This is a game changer because it's not just teachings, it's also activities. Like, look at this. There's also, where are my activities? Here we go. There's also activities. You get to write in a book, which is so cool. I love it, along with the teachings in it, along with the chapters. So I love the way you've done this book. Make sure and pick it up, you guys. Let me post the link one more time, because when you pre-order it, and just tomorrow, you can't get the pre-order anymore with the bookmark and everything, right?
If you still went to my website to order it tomorrow, you can get it. But
Okay, good. You can still do it. Go to that website. All right. Any questions before we close out for the day? Anything anyone want to share?
And remember, guys, when you get the book, in the beginning, there's a free bonus gift. Please click on that QR code, however high tech you want to do it. There is a 20-minute guided meditation on there. So, and it leads you through the mindset principles or framework.
It's a really good meditation, you guys. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And Elias, stay right there. And everyone else, thank you so much for joining us. And Yannick, we might be in Oslo with a Celebrate Your Life event. You never know.
Hey, Janet. Good to see you, Janet Zavala.
Janet Zavala. Janet Zavala. Okay, everyone. Bye, Michelle. Bye, BJ. Mwah.
Thanks, everybody.